Welcome back, everybody. Introducing a man who needs no introduction. Welcome back to the CIR Live set, Mr. Ryan MacKay.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Good. I'm glad you're here.
It's
been a long week.
It's been a long week. And what I was thinking about this morning is it's been exactly a year since I was here, because you invited me here right after last Stampede.
You're joking.
Yeah, and so I want to make it very clear to the people out there that I usually look far more youthful and energetic. You know, first of all, the camera puts on 20 pounds, and, you know, I wasn't exactly sleeping or eating in any regular fashion for the last 2 weeks. So usually far more handsome than this.
Never a dull moment, Ryan. Never. Never.
But still quite handsome.
Still
quite handsome.
All right. Okay.
So, and that's fair. And you, big thank you to you, the CIR Realty Michaela Annual Stampede Party, which is a tag team effort, and we couldn't do it without you. And you and your shot ski really, brought the party up a notch this year.
Indeed.
I wanted, so this.
For anybody that wasn't, actually, we got to start with this. For anybody that wasn't there, explain the MacKay shot ski.
Well, so I'm going to take it back a step. So this year, what I wanted to do, I've spent the last 10 years lawyering, which means I work 15 hours a day, sitting at a desk, and it's not the best for your health. And so this year, I thought,
shots.
Yeah, we get there eventually. It always comes back to that. So this was going to be my year where I get out and actually, get exercise, have fun. And I'm trying to think of how do I convince my staff that me just being out having fun all the time is a good idea. So I said, this is going to be a marketing year.
That's literally my job. We need to have lunch more,
yeah.
Which is also working.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So I wanted to do lots of trips. So this winter, once a week, I was taking people snowboarding.
Yeah.
And when we were snowboarding, the joy and the love that a shot ski brings to people, came into our lives. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, for those of you that don't know, a shot ski is a ski that holds 4 shot glasses and 4 good friends, 4 comrades come together as one, and in unison, they all imbibe together, and it's the most beautiful thing that the world has ever seen. And so I wanted to bring that magic to the CIR party. So that's what I did, buddy. So
and it was great.
It was fun. It was
many
awesome.
shot skis were had by all. Too many shot skis.
One quick disclaimer, if you ever get involved in one of Ryan's shot skis, make sure that if you are about a foot shorter than everybody else, that you find a way to prop yourself up so that said shot doesn't end up on your forehead. I've heard that's happened a few times.
There were a few mishaps.
There were a few mishaps.
Live and learn. Live and learn.
Yes, yeah. a tequila shampoo doesn't work too well for many. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
About titles.
Yes.
About titles. But before about titles, a couple things, because there's been a lot of really cool stuff professionally.
Yes.
That has been happening for the firm. And I have to make a comment that the thing we love about Ryan, about you, and the thing we love about Michaela, and sometimes I can't see how these two go together, but they do in a magical way, is you are the most fun person. You are down for a good time. You get everyone together for a good time. But from the professional legal perspective, the way that your business is run and the way that all of our realtors rate doing business with your law firm, because we send out surveys, we know the stats on this, thrilled. Every single person who does business with your team, their clients could not be happier. So you run a really tight ship. So that's what we're going to talk a little bit about now that we've talked about the shot ski. Well done. And I want to start with the Innovation Award. Can we start with that?
Sure.
Because you won a really big award, which is so well deserved, because your systems that you've created from scratch are world class. So mention that, because I want the people to know.
So the Legal Education Society of Alberta handles all of the ongoing education for lawyers, and once a year they have a tech conference, and so it's like morning till night. Anything that excites nerds is what they talk about. So, and you can hear people sitting around complaining about, man, if the whole world was run on Linux, it'd be better, So, it's that kind of an event. But part of it is over the lunch hour they do they do like I guess it's a competition where they basically bring in I don't know. I'm still stuck on Linux. I'm actually watching Lindsay giggle, and it's blowing my.
Lindsay's one of those words that would be like, "You're right. You're right."
Yeah. Anyways, they pick 3 finalists to come and present their software. To the people attending, and then a winner is picked. And so this year we had the extreme, good fortune to be actually one of those 3 finalists. So we got to go, we got to present our software to the audience, and the first people got up and they kind of were showing their thing, and it was interesting, but I was like, this this is good software, but it's not earth-shattering. And then the next guy gets up, and he's got this crazy company where they do aerial videos for litigation files, and he's convinced every court in the world to accept his evidence, and it was this massive, insane undertaking. And so I'm watching this guy present, and I'm just seeing my odds of winning just completely evaporating in front of me. And then it came, the death punch. He says, "Yeah, if you've ever seen, did you guys see X-Men Armageddon or something, or I don't know, X-Men something? There's this scene where they're flying through the mountains, and then they get to the secret base, and it's a really long panoramic scene.
I know what you're talking
He's
about.
like, my company did that. That was us. You know what I mean? And
instantly, the Law Society of Alberta's like, I'm not. I almost did something I shouldn't have done.
So I'm like,
They didn't care.
he invokes the X-Men on me. You know what I mean? So now I'm not just fighting him; I'm fighting the
You're
friggin'
fighting the
X-Men. So I did the only thing I could do. I went up, and with head held high, I razzle-dazzled the shit out of them, Mama Jambos, and I took it down! Woo! So we
need
did.
a 5 for that day.
Yeah. So we took first place in this tech competition, and I'm very proud. And again, people when I tell people that we build our own software, they're always like, "Well, yeah, those emails, they're really good." And it's like, yeah, those emails are really cool that we send out, but that's 2% of the program that we built. Our entire office operates in the software that we have created. We do all our own document production. We do our own document storage, and it's intelligent storage. So our program knows if we have all the stuff we need or not. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
So anyways, I could talk forever about that. I could actually talk forever about anything. But the bottom line is, we won, and for me, I was so proud because
That's yours. That's your baby.
It's ours. There was a time when everything at MacKay Law was mine, where I could see my hand in everything.
Yes.
But it's grown so far beyond that. I've got 2 amazing programmers that work for me, and that's their work. And that's so yeah, we won that together. But yeah, it was awesome. So
And you defeated the X-Men.
I took down the X-Men, even Wolverine. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody cares about that.
About Wolverine, I do.
About as far as the competition and what you were doing, they're probably like, whatevs.
You know what it is you've created something that people only see a tiny percentage of.
Yeah.
And there's so much more behind it, right?
Yep.
So yes, to what you were saying, people don't fully understand what it is you've done.
Yep.
But it means the world to our agents and to their clients.
It means the world.
Well, it means
not
that
everything is so smooth and so clear, and it's hard for something to go wrong.
yes, I shouldn't say this on CIR Live, but what I've always been trying to do with my company is build something so strong that not even I can destroy it.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well
and
said.
I feel like we're really getting there. So yeah.
I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Yeah. But that's not the only cool thing that's happened this year.
Cool thing number 2
Yeah.
is you are a Team Blue resident, which is a big deal because it takes a lot of gumption and a lot of love for us to make somebody a Team Blue resident. So you now have a sweet office where you work out of personally in our downtown office, in the newly renovated downtown office?
So most important to explain is I'm a fancy downtown guy now.
Yeah.
You know, like when I came to you, I was just a simple farmer. You know, I feared the downtown, I shunned it. But like now, not only do I thrive amongst them as though I'm one of them, now I even eat bagels.
Can somebody pass me a towel? Ryan's laid it on pretty thick. I think he needs to wipe some off.
Well, and I want to throw a shout out.
You start drinking Starbucks lattes with your bagels,
I
like
haven't
you're
gone,
out.
Yeah, I haven't gone that far. But so Les, downtown Les, that's you, baby. You have made me the man that I am today, and I'm now a bagel eater. So, respect.
There you
There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
But it's been great. Obviously, it's super.
Oh,
we're
it's
happy
amazing.
to have
Yeah.
you there because your legal mind is fantastic. So being able to have you in the office to help all of those agents out there is
Yep.
great. Awesome spot for anyone in the downtown core who has clients who want some great meeting space to do any sort of that
Yep.
kind of jazz.
Yep. Yeah,
It's
and
awesome.
that's and that's thing. So the big thing I want to make sure that everybody understands is I'm there. I'm there every day, and I'm there for you. And so you can call me, you can stop by and visit me. If you have clients that have dower consents that need signing, you can send them to come and visit me as long as you send them with the form filled out. But again, 100% MacKay Law in every way has your back, and so thank you so much for letting me into the family, and I'm having so much fun. It's ridiculous. Fun working hard.
Fun
Definitely.
working hard. And we're going to veer into titles next, but I
Yes.
just want to make a quick mention of all of your office locations because you have quite a few, and I
Yep.
don't know if especially all the new people with us have full understanding. So start with the original epicenter.
Yep. So the
Silver Springs?
So our Silver Springs office is in the Northwest. It's actually in the same building as the Northwest CIR office. So that's our main hub. But then we opened one in Lake Bonavista. We're right in the Lake Bonavista Promenade, right on the lake, if you know where that is. And then we opened one in Marda-Loop. Which part of Marda-Loop? Well, the part that's in Bankview. But Bankview doesn't have the same cachet. But so we're right on 14th Street and 27th Ave. It's a really cool spot. It's the office that I was working in before I went downtown. And then the fourth location is downtown. Now, I'll mention right now we haven't opened the downtown office for client signings yet. We just don't have enough volume for that yet. So that's we'll bring that online as soon as we can. But the other three spots, we've got you covered. You're never more than 15 minutes away
There we go.
from MacKay Real Property Law. Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Sweet.
Unless you're in Red Deer or something.
So popping in to see you for some occasional advice, little one-offs.
Please.
But when it comes time to actually signing, they'll end up going to one of your other
Yeah,
three locations.
yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, so this year I'm not I'm personally not meeting with clients. So if you send clients to MacKay Law, they're going to be working with one of the other really great lawyers that we have. And I'll just let you know what we do because I know this is sometimes confusing, and it if you don't know what's happening, it can feel not right. But when we talk to your client, we ask them, hey, where do you want to sign? And once they've picked their location, that's when we'll assign a lawyer based on that location. So that's saying we built our whole practice around our clients. What they want, they get. And that's why sometimes you might be expecting, this lawyer to be on the file, but someone else is. It's not a bait and switch, it's...
It's what's more accessible
Yeah.
to the client.
Yep.
With the reviews that we've been getting and the feedback, it's working.
Right on.
So, well
Love
done.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. So meat and potatoes of this section now that we've kind of been able to catch up with you. You're going to do a bit of a demo on some sweet ways to search for important stuff when it comes to titles.
Yes.
And I'm not going to talk about it because I can't say more about titles than that in a sentence because I have no idea. So you take this over, and
Yeah,
Terrence
I'm
is going to say smart things and ask good questions while you give a demo.
Thanks for that setup. I appreciate that, Kirsten. Take it away, Master.
All right. So now the first thing I want to say is this thing has been horribly oversold. So I'm just going to keep overselling it. I'm just going to put the gas pedal down. And I'm just going to say, if you need heart medication, I suggest you take it now because this is going to be exciting. And if you haven't already wrapped your head with tinfoil, do so immediately to keep your mind from exploding. And so what we'll do, I'm going to first, I'll set out kind of the situations where these searches might come in handy for you, and lay down the background, and then we'll jump into the live demo, which will no doubt go horribly wrong because it's a live demo, and that's what they do. So let's imagine you've got a listing that's been sitting there for a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years, God knows how long. Maybe it's one of those acreage properties that never sells. Maybe it's, that crappy condo that you just can't get out of your life. But if you have a listing that's been around for a long time, you probably pulled title while you were listing it, and made sure that there was nothing crazy on title that was going to prevent a sale. But then you go about living your life, and it's a year later, and you're accepting an offer. And I don't know how many people go back in to double check to make sure nothing's changed. But things can change. Mm-hmm. Maybe the client went and got another mortgage. Maybe they got a line of credit. So maybe there's something that they've done that you don't know about. And maybe there's something the world's done that nobody knows about. Mm-hmm. Maybe the CRA has slapped a $400,000 tax writ against title. Mm-hmm. Or he's a deadbeat dad and there's maintenance enforcement or builder's liens.
Could be the case, perhaps you've got a listing that you're purchasing on behalf of a client and you're fearful it's going into foreclosure.
Yes.
And you're not sure if there's
That's
going to be enough
part
cash to
two.
close.
You're jumping ahead.
Okay.
This man is eager. I like that.
I'm going to reverse that and allow you to carry on then. We're going to get to that apparently. All right.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I wasn't the lawyer closing this deal, but it came to me after the fact as a litigation file, because we had this exact thing. There was a guy selling a farm, took forever, finally sells, and then it gets to the lawyers and they start looking at title and they realize, it's been sold for $1 million and there's $1.4 million worth of junk on title. You know what I mean? But you've got a firm deal. Mm-hmm. The buyer's got the right to buy this thing, and more importantly, the buyer's realtor is now entitled to his commissions no matter what.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so, anyways, I'll show you guys. It takes about 2 seconds, and you can do a very quick search. And the best part is it doesn't cost you any money, but you can see if title, if anything new is on title,
yes.
And it saves you from getting hung up. And then the next thing is walking a little further down the same path. Mm-hmm. Maybe you've got a client that's a train wreck, and God knows what's happening, but there's people in the world that want to be on this guy's title. You know what I mean?
Saying that he owes them money or whatnot.
Yeah, or it's going into foreclosure or any of those things. We all know that when we send stuff to land titles, it doesn't immediately get registered. Mm-hmm. It sits there sometimes for days, weeks, months before it gets registered. And when you jump in line today, someone might have jumped in line a week ahead of you. And so when everything comes out the other end, shazam, again, there's, you've got trouble. Mm-hmm. And in the old days, that was just the way it was, and there's nothing you could do about it. Like there was just an ocean of stuff between you and the other side. Yes. And it was just a no man's land. But now there's a way that you can actually go in and search that queue, so you can see what clouds are on the horizon, if any.
Yes.
Ryan is so poetic in your storytelling. I just love it.
Well, we'll see how poetic this gets when I start clicking around on this screen and nothing works right. There'll be a different type of poetry. And again, one that's not very well suited to CAR live. Beep, yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
So should we open this up and do a screen share?
Well, that was the secret code. Are we there? We're sharing. All right.
The people see the screen? Okay.
Cool. So here we go. So here we are. We're in spin. We're on the search screen. Oh my goodness, and I've been logged out. See, it's already all going pear-shaped on me. So I'm going to log in. of course, using Jeff Gahane's credentials so that this all gets billed to him. Just kidding, Jeff. All right.
Never a dull moment.
All right. We're in. This is happening.
Kirsten almost put her tea all over your screen. Sorry, Kirsten.
So here we are. So let's imagine you just got a listing. You're doing your first title search. So here we are. We're on the search screen. We're about to jump off. We hit the search button. We're going to go to titles and registered documents. And I like to search by plan, block, and lot. But search however you're comfortable searching.
So link number would work just the same.
Yeah, link
Doesn't
number
matter.
works. And that's the thing. I think that's what realtors usually use.
Yes.
And for some reason we don't. But so be it. So here we go. So this is a condo. We can see that there's the condominium plan sheet. We're not interested in that. Underneath we see that we've got the current title. And when we go over, we can see the registration date. So we know this title was created on October 31st, 2005. So that's when this thing came into existence. But then we see a change/cancel date of, what is that? December 5th, 2005. So I don't know if you guys pull historical titles or current titles or both. We pull both. But I like to work with the current title because it's cleaner. But so this change date, December 5th, if you pull the historical title, it's going to be the very last registration listed, and that's the date that'll be on it. And it's the same data. You know, it is what it is. Now, so that's the thing. If you're pulling historical titles, just pull it, save it wherever you save it. And then in 6 months when you get, well, hopefully in 6 hours when you get an offer, but if it's one of these lingering properties, when you get an offer, come here, do what I just did. It takes about 23 seconds. And just look at that change date, compare it to the one on the historical title. If it's the same, you know that nothing new has been added.
Right.
There's nothing more that needs to be done. So this is where I said this is kind of, I feel we oversold this because it's pretty basic and simple.
It's pretty basic and simple, but a lot of agents over time would have just pulled a whole new title. For fear that something else was registered.
So that's the thing. Like you come here, you know, you get the protection you need, but you save yourself the $10. You know, the one thing that's tricky when you pull title, the title always has a date on it. Oh, we're back. Oh my God, they can see me again. Thank goodness I wasn't doing anything foolish. That when you pull a title, it actually says on it what date it was pulled. Whereas this, you don't quite have that same thing, you know, so that is a detractor. But anyways, it's just a nice quick check you can do. And of course, if the date has changed, then you know you've got to pull and figure out what's going on.
Right.
And again, if you're only pulling the current title, then while you're pulling it, because usually the current title, I won't get into it, but generally the last registration on the current title won't be the last thing that was actually registered. So the dates will be different. So basically, if you pull current title, write that date down. And if you pull historical, then you've got what you need. So it's quick, it's easy, and probably not as exciting as
it's super exciting.
Cool.
For the agent representing the buyer that is hanging on pins and needles if something's going to go wrong, that quick check, it deflates everything, puts it back to a neutral feeling.
Well, and the nice thing is it makes sure that you're going to get paid because you know, if this goes wrong and bad things are on title, I think that you'd be held liable. It's just you're going to wind up not getting paid if things go wrong. So the next thing that we can look at is once we've done that search, and we know that, and we saw, you know, that nothing has changed. The next thing we're going to do is, at the top, there's a tab that says DRR. That stands for Document Registration Request. You click on the DRR tab, and so now I'm actually going to quickly create a DRR just for fun, because it is a lot of fun. So when I'm sending documents to land titles, this is kind of like the magical cover letter that we put on the documents that we send down. Oh wait, I'm using a Mac and I've got no idea how to do this. You know what? I was thinking about it. This is a crazy idea. Why would I make a DRR when it doesn't even have anything to do with what we're doing? So if I had created the DRR, it's just a little piece of paper. It's got a barcode on the top. And what happens is when you submit something to land titles.
Give us an example of a DRR. What would it be for?
So let's say if I'm helping someone buy a house, there's going to be a transfer of land that puts their name on title. And I need to send that to land titles to get their name on title.
Yes.
And there's usually a mortgage as well. And so when I create a DRR, what I'm doing is I'm telling land titles, I'm sending you a transfer of land, and I'm sending you a mortgage, and I'm sending them to be put on this title. So I include a legal description. And so now land titles knows what I plan on sending and where I plan on it landing.
Instead of it just being a document.
Just a random thing,
Yes.
right? And when my package arrives at land titles, they scan that barcode and it instantly lights that up.
Right.
And they say, oh, cool. Now, because sometimes you make DRRs that never get there. So just because a DRR is created, it doesn't do anything in their system yet. But once it's scanned in, now their system is aware that these things are coming. And now it gives us the ability to search that queue and see what's shaken. So that's what we're going to.
Really
So
smart.
if I'm a tradesman that just put a kitchen into a house,
Yep.
and the homeowner hasn't paid me,
Yep.
I would create a DRR.
Yep.
I would go through a lawyer or myself even.
Yep.
Create a DRR for the money that I'm owed to put a caveat on title.
Yeah.
Is that
So
right?
you would. So there's a builder's lien form that you can download from the land titles website.
Yes.
You'd fill all that in.
Yes.
And then you'd create a DRR that says I'm sending you a builder's lien. You'd put them together, and if you put it in a red folder and submit it, it will get registered that day. Builder's liens are the only things that jump the queue.
Yes.
Because but yeah, so it'll get registered same day.
Okay.
And everything else waits its normal time.
Right.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. So we'll just go in and do a. So
You have like 2 minutes and then I have to make you leave.
good. That's all. Funny thing is, okay, I won't make that joke. We all know what I was going to say. The.
So you need to chat with purpose.
Oh no. Okay, I'm doing it. So we go into to the search DRRs. We put in again a plan number. And then a block number. And when we search, it says no results were returned by this search. In other words, there's nothing in the queue. And now, because I don't have time, I was gonna make a funny joke about, geez, my wife. Oh yeah, no, we're done.
Okay.
I was gonna let's do another. We'll do one more search, if we can. If I can figure out where to go. There we go. So we've seen one that gave us no results. Let's do one where we get some results, and it'll be far more exciting. So now on this one, we've done the search, and instead of it saying that there's nothing going on, we see that in fact there is both a transfer of land and a mortgage pending in queue. We see that it was submitted on July 13th. We can even see a customer file number. But yeah, so now we know, hey, on this one there are some clouds on the horizon.
Yes.
Maybe, what do I have to do about this? Yeah.
If there was a pending writ, if there was a pending caveat for some reason, that's what would pop up here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it won't appear on title until it's actually been fulfilled.
Exactly. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's not on title yet, but it's headed that way.
Yep.
And I was going to make a joke and pretend this is my title and that my wife was leaving me, but Kirsten took all the fun.
All right.
I know, I'm Captain Fun. I am. I'm literally, and I used to be so fun when I first started, and now I'm known as the person who kills fun, which is so sad.
That is sad. I feel terrible for saying that.
Well, I need to
You're
work
wonderful
on it.
human.
So
I need
the
to
only
work
one
on it.
saying that is Ryan, so you're good.
You're good. You're
Okay, well, yeah, thank you for coming. It's going to be a short goodbye because we got to get you out of here and we got to get Miss Jemmy on.
Yes.
But thank you for this. If anybody wants, and Ryan is amazing at this, so I'm just going to leave it at, you love sitting down with people and
love it.
walking through stuff like this. So if somebody wants a little one-on-one in terms of a greater perspective or, how to click through, where do I go, especially some of our new agents, book an appointment with Ryan in the downtown office, show up. You'd love to meet a few people, and you
I
love
will make
teaching.
you a land titles master.
There you go.
Yep.
So reach him. All of his contact information is all over the place on our website. If you don't have it, email me. I'll give it to you. Good day, sir, and thank you for being with
Bye.
us.
All the way around. Oh,
No, we'll do the homeboys because that's what you have to get
that's
used to
right.
now.
I do.
There you go.
That's my life.